Good morning, and thank you very much, Maria, for those opening remarks. Before we welcome the Minister who is joining us from London today, I'm really pleased to welcome Andy Rind, the Deputy Director in the Department for Transport, to come forward and give us some opening remarks on the work of the Department and their perspective of STBs. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, Naomi, and morning, everybody. As Naomi said, the Minister will join on screen shortly, so apologies for that, and apologies from my Director, John Hall, but who's been called away, but his loss is my gain in that I'm able to stand in front of you today. And as someone who's been around in this role for quite a while now, I've seen firsthand some of the great work that STBs are doing to drive out regional priorities, to make the case for investment and to help their local authorities to deliver. In fact, I feel very much like a proud parent because I was here at the very start when Transport for the North Midlands Connect, England's Economic Heartland and Transport for the South East were starting to be formed. And it's brilliant to come back a year on from the first conference to see you all again. There's only so much we can do in DFT from our offices in London and now Birmingham and Leeds. And with the increasing focus on devolution, STBs are becoming more important than ever. They are uniquely placed to bring together their local authorities and collectively assess and prioritise the needs of the region to drive economic growth and levelling up. And we're seeing more and more of the support STBs can give to their local authorities, from supporting them in local transport planning, and the local transport plan guidance will be out shortly, which will drive a whole new refresh of local transport plans, to continuing to support authorities in specialist areas, be it active travel, rural, or a bus provision. There's not enough time to name check all the successes, but I wanted just to highlight a few things that I've picked up from the last year, and in no particular order. Peninsular Transport and Western Gateway have worked together jointly to develop and adopt freight and rural mobility strategies for the whole of the South West region. Transport for the South East have developed and delivered their strategic investment plan, setting out schemes, interventions and policies for the next 30 years. Transport for the North have undertaken fascinating and valuable work about transport and social exclusion and the impacts of not being able to access the right kinds of transport on people's lives. And that's culminated in the publication of their Connecting Communities strategy, which sets out a regional vision for more effective, equal and inclusive transport system across the North. Midlands Connect played a major role as co-client developing the submission to the Department of the outline business case for the Midlands Rail Hub project, programme of interventions which will transform rail travel across the Midlands, and also continue to champion integrated and smart ticketing across the whole of the Midlands region. England's Economic Heartland have produced practical guidance and advice on developing business cases and appraisal on mobility hubs, and are very active in the bus sector as well. And Transport East have worked hard to establish a rural mobility centre of excellence that focuses on understanding the challenges and opportunities of providing transport in rural communities. There's lots and lots more, but that's just a flavour, I think, of the good work that the STBs have done individually and collectively over the last year. And it's that joint working which has been a real area of progress and collaboration, and we want to see more and more of that as time progresses. Particularly pleased to see the progress being made in developing a common analytical framework, a set of tools that can be used by STBs and local authorities to appraise and develop cases for schemes and projects and transport scenarios. And likewise, the joint working that's taken place around decarbonisation and net zero, which will ensure all STBs have got the capability to support their local authorities in that work. As I say, looking forward to seeing more joint work in the future, not just between STBs, but with the department to help shape and inform policy. It's all hugely valuable work that's ultimately going to benefit not only the STBs and the local authorities in the regions, but also the end user, the transport user, which is what this is all about. I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference, make connections, strengthen relationships, and feel energised to continue all the great work that you're doing. Thank you.